I would say because there were not much acceptance at that time or awareness of disabilities at that time, so persons would come in here. But I always had a vision for myself, which was to help persons like myself to reach their full potential. And I knew in order to do that, I would have to stay focused and study and eventually reach that goal. So even though there were bullies, I did not take them on, so to speak. When I was growing up, I always admired Pira, the person who know how to become a lawyer, and Shamana Maharaj. Yeah. Because she also had cerebral palsy, and the idea of her having cerebral palsy and pursuing her goal of education right up through secondary school, through tertiary level, it made it my dream real to me that there could be a possibility that I could fulfill my role to the fullest potential. It is important, especially when you have a disability, because you can't always take things personally. Because it will have persons that will say things to you. You may not necessarily mean to insult you, but if we don't have a sense of humor, you will take it personally and it will dampen your spirit. When I was growing up in primary school, my handwriting was illegible and slow, meaning that when I would write schoolwork, I would take longer than most students and my writing would not be understandable to the teachers. So that required me to have a student aid to scribe my exams made for SCA. But that was a challenge to get one assigned to me. So I was only assigned a student aid for the exam itself on the morning of SCA exam. So I had no prior knowledge of this person, no history of this person. We met 5 minutes before the exam. When I was in secondary school, because I wanted to pursue sciences, the idea of pursuing lab work seemed that my fine motor skills needed some help at that time. I required a student aid within the school to help me in my classes and manipulate the lab equipment. That proved a challenge for my principal to acquire a student aid from the ministry. However, with some persistence and some great work she did to inform 4, I was assigned a student aid all up to Form 6. So from an early age, I saw the importance of medicine and helping persons like me. I would have friends that they would get late diagnoses in life or not being able to access proper health care like therapy, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and because of that, they were not able to progress as well as I did. And that to me hit a strong point in that I wanted to help those like myself to live the best life possible, to eliminate some of the struggles that I had. Well, that dream has changed over the years, mainly because I still have the goal of helping persons like myself but I realized that I could help persons in a different way. That saying, at the age of 7, I was recommended to an occupational therapist. There she was able to help me to gain my independence. At that time I was fully dependent on my parents to do everything for me, and that was frustrating for me. She said how that occupational therapist was able to help me gain my independence and do what I want to do, fulfill my dream. I now decided that I wanted to be an occupational therapist to help other persons like myself reach their full potential. So you have to know yourself, and firstly I would always say accept you have a disability. Don't deny that you have a disability. And once you accept that for yourself, you will be able to manipulate your surroundings, manipulate your plans, what you have in life. For instance, I always love sciences. I always like to know what's going on in the human body. But because of my disability, it was quite a challenge in that I was not able to manipulate the equipment in the lab or perform lab work independently. And that would have dampened my spirit, because I would say maybe that is not for me, maybe I couldn't do it. But you have to know what you want for yourself and what you know you can do. And once I knew what I could do from what I can do, I didn't let anything stop me. Very important, especially in Trinidad today. There will be a lot of persons who want to push you down, say what you can and can't do, and if you listen to them, you won't be able to fulfill your dream. You will fulfill what they want you to do. And that you may not be happy. The only way you will be happy is if you fulfill what you want in your life. With a smile. First thing first, I pray. I always pray. Next I would like to come up with solutions. I always write in a notebook what solutions, what alternatives I could do to pursue what I want to do. And then I do my research. So even if somebody say you might not be able to do sciences, or you might not be able to pursue that degree, I like to look for alternatives, adaptations that could help me to pursue what I want to pursue. First, awareness. Persons need to be aware of the different types of disabilities there are out there. A lot of people know about cerebral palsy, autism, but there are many other disabilities out there. And the more persons are aware, the more they will have the knowledge to deal with persons with those disabilities. And not deal with them special, but deal with them as human beings. And that leads me to my second point of acceptance. We are human as anybody else. We want to be accepted as anyone else. And in order to do that, society needs to come to things that we are people and provide facilities that will help us to achieve our goals. Majority of the persons with disabilities are not able to access the education system in the mainstream environment. They're either placed in a school for special needs students. Now, nothing was wrong with special needs students, but as I always said, You need to know yourself. You need to know your capabilities. And once you are able to perform well enough to go to mainstream school, I don't see why not. Because in that environment, you're able to strive. You're able to reach your full potential. You could reach your full potential, but a lot of persons with disabilities, their family have to pay for therapy sessions, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. And with those bills combined with bills for special needs school, most people cannot afford it. So they cannot go to school. Some people don't go to school, some people go to school and have to stop because they cannot afford that environment. So they need to be accepted in the education system.